Happy Tuesday to everybody out there.
Yeah.
Valenti and Rico show. Michael Stone is still here with us.
Haven't kicked me out yet.
He lingered for another day, folks.
Damn
and
right.
We are happy to have him here.
Slept here, made some breakfast. It was great. No, just.
He's the Caleb Williams of our staff. He just is here.
That's right. Exactly.
What does he do?
We don't know.
He's just eating candy, doing stuff. Stoney's still here? Yeah,
Yes.
He's over there in the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
Walking around, saying hello to some people and watching some degenerate behavior.
Yeah.
Now,
It's funny because coming up with doing the show stuff and pre-show, and I'm sitting there. Stoney mentioned this, but then Stoney, it got funny because I'm actually listening to the conversation that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So let me fill you guys in. So Stoney, David, and I were coming up with the show. Kenny, our very own Kenneth Cott, and Evan Jenkins.
hitting the Admiral Nelson a little early, if you ask me, if you're doing this stuff.
They're having, why are they so focused on this Tigers spring exhibition game?
Because they're playing your Braves.
Right. So I was like, okay, I'm not even following this game. I was like, oh, they're playing the Braves. Okay, so David and I have a conversation on where the Braves play, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, why are they so invested? These two clowns have put money down on the game.
Absolutely.
I didn't even realize you can bet spring training games.
This is a song for Rico, Afternoon Delight, degenerate gambling in the afternoon. They love it. They do it well. Every once in a while, there's some college basketball. Just wait for the conference tournaments. You won't be able to keep this guy under control.
But here's the thing. It's conference tournament. These are teams that really have something. This is spring training baseball, which basically means when I don't feel like playing anymore, Skip, I'm sitting this one out. I'm done. You have no idea. They're sitting up cheering at bats like, yes, they got a hit. I'm like, it's spring training baseball.
He got this Reese Olson jersey he just ordered because Reese Olson finally had his a good spring training start. 3 innings, only gave up, 1 or 2 hits? Strike out 4 guys now.
Guys, can I give you what the lineup looks like? Maybe there's some starters in here.
Well, I remember yesterday he was excited. He's like, Parker Meadows is starting. I'm like, opening day? No, right now.
I saw the one. Wenzel Perez was batting second.
Wenzel Perez.
Oh, yeah.
Batting second. Zach McKinstry's leads off. Kerry Carpenter, okay. Justin Henry Malloy, Colt Keith, Carson Kelly.
Backup catcher.
Blythe Madras.
Who?
I don't know.
Sounds like the star of a Twilight show.
No
movie.
idea. Right. Ryan Vilday. And then Ryan Kryler, who's probably not going to make the roster.
So at some point, these two decided, let's put money on this. Let's put some money on this game. Kenny.
We got money on golf and later this week, too. I don't even like golf, but I'm watching it now.
Listening to you and Evan was a classic because you two are so into a spring training game that I literally had to stop what I was typing, look over at David. Stoney was right. These two are really into this game. Oh, yeah. Good hit. What are we doing here?
Let me ask you this. 248-539-9797. Has there been anything that you wagered on that you kind of felt embarrassed at doing it? Because I remember one of the first Las Vegas trips that I went with my college guys. We started betting on the NCAA women's tournament. So we take Connecticut minus 25 in the first half because you knew they were going to be up by 30. And this is, 20 years ago, basically, before there was more parity in women's basketball. And I just, for some reason, you can call it sexist, you can call it whatever you want, I felt dirty betting on women's hoops.
248-539-9797. We've all gambled on something that you're not really that proud of, but you gamble. You don't have to leave your real name if you don't want to. This is
legal. It's okay.
This is like Planet Fitness. It's judgment free, okay?
Yes, exactly.
We're not going to make fun of you because we've all done it. Now, I won't do it at work, but there are some times and there's some things that I bet on that I'm like, man, I can't really believe that I've done this. I want to know. 248-539-9797.
Here's the other thing. Guys, admit it. Guys will bet on anything. Whether it's I don't know, the size of something, whether it's, flipping of coins, whatever. Guys, you go to a baseball game with a guy, all right, a quarter for every pitch, strike ball. All right, and you keep track. I mean, but not spring training.
Because spring training, it's like exhibition football. Like, you don't even know how long the players are going to be out there. I'm not putting any money down on that. For me, there's a couple things. I mean, one, you can't do a show with Mike. When Mike is on a betting mood, he'll call, hey, got something for you. You listen to Cash a Ticket. Like, Mike going to Vegas with him, it's to the point now where Mike, here's money. You just bet it, because I don't even know what you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. Let me know if we win or not. I fully trust you. We placed a parlay on some whack basketball this year. The two of us are up until midnight, 12:30, sweating again. It was a parlay between that and some packed Arizona State basketball, because he was like part of the system that's not a system. And I'm sitting there like,
pulling for your Frankie Collins, right?
Like, what are we doing watching this game? The other one that I will say, very similar to yours. This is before anybody even knew who she was, because we used to do the gambling segment on this show, and they would make fun of me.
Right.
But I would put money down on Iowa basketball and UConn basketball, Caitlin Clark points,
right,
and Paige Bucket points.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody was like, oh, my God. I was like, guys, this is truly money in the bank. I would do that. I would also do DeAndre Ayton to get a double-double when he was a rookie with the Suns. He was Mr. 10 points and 10 rebounds, and it was like a guaranteed plus 300 every game. But it wasn't like these two.
No, spring training
baseball.
What's your guilty gambling pleasure? I mean, there are things out there, because it's legal. You can bet on Russian ping pong.
Yeah.
Table tennis in Russia, you can actually bet on.
So what's that one thing that you bet on that you feel a little guilty, I'm a little ashamed, but you may have won money. You may have. Like our very own David Hall. He's got it. He is the king of the WNBA.
They've become disassociated persons.
They need to become disassociated persons. But I have one, and it was when I was in Vegas. Not the last time. I was in Vegas a couple other times for the show, and there was nothing else. And I walked over and I bet on the Greyhound dog.
Oh, I love the Greyhounds. Are great, especially when if you ever watch dog racing and they follow the rabbit. Here comes Skippy. And they shoot up the rabbit, and then they go boom, and they follow the rabbit.
It was something I had never thought of doing, but I did. And I laugh every time, Rico, you bring up the gray horses, because it was gray dogs racing at the time when I did this.
The Greyhounds. How about this? There was once where we got back to the hotel at 1 o'clock in the morning Vegas time, and you stumble into the sports book, and there is something on. Horse racing from Australia, and they go the opposite way. Yes,
really?
They do.
Than we do. Yes,
kind of like the drain.
Yes,
wow.
Exactly. And you would we wouldn't know who we just bet on numbers.
Yeah, you hang out with Mike long enough, you will bet on some things that you never thought you would bet on, and he knows a person. He's got some inside information. It's like, Mike, how do you know this type of stuff? This ain't healthy, but it's still not spring training.
I don't think
baseball.
Mike would bet on spring training baseball.
To me, it's not my money, but yeah, when I don't know how long somebody's going to play,
yeah,
why am I going to do? Because here's what you know what kills you in every sport is try hard guy.
Oh yeah,
spring training baseball is nothing but try hard guys trying to make the lineup and just killing the point spread, the parlay, whatever you have, because they don't care. They're trying to eat.
Especially if it's the ninth inning. Garbage time try hard guys, even the worst.
Yes. So 248-539-9797. We'll get your phone calls. Trust me, we won't have to use your real name if you don't want to. We'll get your ticket, text, phone calls next. 97.1.